Hey there, friends and family. This is Dan. I'm here at the Dan and Adam Are Afraid podcast. It is Sunday, October the 12th of 2025. It is episode number 70. Let's hear it for episode number 70, everybody. And for episode 70, such a special Halloween episode, let's get some Halloween bumpers going. Joined by my friend Adam. How you doing, bub?
I'm doing spooky ooky during this October month, Dan. Thanks for having me on again. I'm changing into a werewolf.
Just trying to get us into the Halloween spirit. Because, I don't know, I feel like the last two episodes we have not been in the Halloween spirit. This is the Halloween episode for sure.
We're getting closer.
Joined by our great pumpkin friend, Spaghetti.
How are we doing this morning?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
How are you doing for real, Spaghetti? How are you doing for real? Let's get real.
I'm under duress. There's a ominous looking owl outside my window watching me as I record this morning. So I'm going to do my best.
Yeah, that's crazy. Careful. We'll keep an eye on that owl.
Yeah.
Let's keep an eye on you.
Yep.
It is a beautiful day. I woke up and I went outside and I was like, it's a biblical flood. How are you doing over there in whatever Phoenix, Arizona, Glendale, Arizona? Where the fuck you live, Adam? How's the weather?
It's moist outside. It's not as rainy as I would like it to be. You know, because there's like a hurricane nearby that I was like really expecting some torrential downpours, but yeah, it's just been some nice rain. It's gray outside though. I love a gray, overcast sky, man. Especially on a spooky.
I love a gray and also a tall white.
Oh, you like a tall white coffee? I'm a tall white. Better watch out.
Spaghetti, what do you been doing any spooky stuff? Spooky dance competitions?
This scary spooky skeleton hasn't been dancing too much lately. I should be. I don't really dance, but I do in spirit. So
I was at the dispensary and they had the giant skeleton there. They're like, enter for a chance to win a giant skeleton. I was just like, I don't even know what I would do with that. It would just be in the corner of my apartment.
Disassembled.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to stand. I'd just be sitting down all the time.
Dude, that would be pretty.
Check out my skeleton.
That would be pretty sick. You could put it in your car. You could put the like a half of it in your car and always have a passenger get in the HOV lane.
That's a good point. It's a great point, actually. We're gonna keep it a little light up top. We're gonna keep a little light up top today during Halloween. We're gonna keep it light, guys. We're gonna keep it light. I wanted to start off with a statement. I want to be alive.
The Halloween Hall of Fame will continue after these messages.
Did it used to be colder in October when we were younger?
I've only been here for 10 years, so I don't know.
I feel like it must have been, but also I have memories of going out Halloween. I was in high school too, so it was inappropriate for me to be going out, and it wasn't. Yeah, it's not like we were freezing. Like Oklahoma, when I lived there, it was always a little chill in the air, a little autumn chill.
Yeah,
but it is like muggy outside.
Yeah,
I'm just bringing it up. Seems like it's we're like 5 years from now, people are like, no, it's totally normal for it to be 90 degrees in December. It doesn't get cool until January. Yeah. That's like how it feels like. Everyone's going crazy. Everyone's gaslighting themselves. Anyway, keeping a light on this episode, folks.
Yeah, keeping it light. Talking global warming.
Yeah.
I want to talk about something that came up this week that I thought was relevant to myself and maybe to others who are listening. I held this up. If you remember last week, if you follow our Instagram, by the way, folks, follow Dan's Night Out on Instagram. Follow that one. I'm the one who updates shit. Follow me. And then subscribe on YouTube, hit like, leave a comment, leave a review. Anyway, if you follow the Instagram, I held up an album last week, which is Benny Singh's Art. I finally listened to some of it, and I actually, there's a little booklet that comes with it, which is just so interesting. When you get vinyl records, like, yeah, you'll get like some photos, maybe you'll get a lyric book. You usually are not going to get literal like sheet music of each song. Like, I could just play these songs. He has the sheet music in with it, but it starts off with a little statement from Benny Singh's, who is like I don't know where he's from, to be honest with you, about the making of art. 2008, I had finished my third studio album and felt like I did all the necessary experiments with songwriting and production techniques on the first 3 albums to now be free to write whatever I wanted. It felt like I had done my first 3 years in music school, learning the trade, and was now in my final year to write my big end thesis, my final work that would say it all. The first 3 albums were more practice. This was going to be the real deal. This time I was going to make art. Haha. I had one main idea. If I just write as many songs as I could, it would be a matter of time before I would write the perfect song. No riding the wave of inspiration for me, just putting hours in. And so I got to work. I wrote 3 songs a day, for months on end, just compulsively getting to work every day, punching in the same chords, blurting out the same melodies and words, and the perfect song did not come along. It felt nightmarish at moments. My relationship just ended, and those days of solitude, filled with constant, seemingly senseless repetition, were getting to me. Was this the way? Is this normal? Am I actually going insane? Until one day, same doubts, same lack of inspiration, I did the thing I do every day. Joylessly punched in some chords, got my book with keywords and phrases out, and began murmuring, "Please help me out." The word disappear was in my book. The chorus was about to come in, and I sang, "Did it just disappear? Just a minute ago it was here." And it felt like the sky opened. This was a song. Everything, all the lyrics and the meaning of the song were clear in that moment. It was such an emotional moment for me. It was hard to record without crying. So I recorded the lyrics in 10 minutes and put the song on repeat and cried for the rest of the day. Maybe because of the breakup, but more because my goal was reached. I wrote an actual song with meaning and emotion, something I hadn't done like this before. I cracked the code. I once saw an interview with a mathematician that made a very important discovery in math. He tells about the moment the solution came to him in the bathroom. When it happened, he cried for hours. These were the same tears. Look, I'm not trying to say Big Brown Eyes is an all-time classic that is supposed to be up there with Blackbird and Hotel California. All I'm saying is it is a song that works for a certain group of people. It is worth something. It has been my top streaming song to date, and it just works as an all-around piece. So did I go on like this and find other real songs? Nope. Of course there were songs after that I liked, that made the album. Imperfect songs are also nice to listen to. But that song, Big Brown Eyes, is what this album is about for me. Do you have anything to say about that, Bub?
Read it again for me. No, I'm just kidding. Joylessly punched in some chords. That was like one thing. That was something I wrote down that he said. And yeah, that just sounds like, isn't that such a big art process of making art that at some point you have to just kind of sit there and just do the thing, regardless of how maybe you're feeling and all that.
What I like about the write up there is I like when artists are real, because like most artists are like, oh, I'm mysterious, and the way I made this was I took a bunch of drugs and I did a bunch of cool things.
I secluded myself in a cabin. Yeah.
And I never learned music theory once. And like the reality is like, I don't know, most musicians have to you have to put in the work, man.
Yeah.
There's no getting around the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, no matter how joyless it is. In fact, most of the time, I would say, most of the time the work is, editing this podcast, for instance, 90% of it is joylessly just cutting out silence and stitching things, and stitching them back together. And that's where it really comes. That's where the metal meets the man, so to speak.
I like how you can see my cats in the background just sleeping. They're taking their morning nap.
Followed by their afternoon nap, followed by a 3:30 nap.
The Halloween experts at Magic Manor have everything you'll need this year, including actual character masks from famous motion pictures. And they can show you the proper application of makeup to impress that special someone. Magic Manor's professional hand-painted custom masks start as low as $250. This Halloween, remember Magic Manor. Wigs, masks, makeup, costumes, shockingly authentic. Magic Manor, East Wind Mall.
We watched a movie this week, folks. We watched The Fourth Kind from 2009.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
Can you state your name for the camera?
Dr. Abigail Tyler.
Okay, where would you like to begin?
I am actress Milla Jovovich, and I will be portraying Dr. Abigail Tyler. This film is a dramatization of events that occurred October 2000. Every scene in this movie is supported by archived footage. Some of what you're about to see is extremely disturbing.
I wake up in the middle of the night almost every night.
And there's nothing unusual waking you up.
There's one thing. There's an owl at my window.
An owl.
His eyes are big.
A white owl, just looking at me. Had you ever seen it before? Tommy?
When I was a kid, just staring at me.
I've seen it a lot.
Every night this week.
4, 3, 2. Tell me about the owl. Tell me about the owl.
Doesn't look like a normal owl.
There's no owl. It's not an owl.
That voice is speaking Sumerian, the oldest language in human history. You can go into any Sumerian exhibit and see etchings and sculptures of men in spacesuits and oxygen masks, rockets that look like Apollo.
Do you believe in abduction theories?
You don't mean alien abductions, do you?
There was more fear in his eyes than I've ever seen in my life. What's wrong?
There are more missing people in Nome than any other town in Alaska.
I have to get this out of my head because it's dug in there and I can't think straight.
Scott. Scott.
We gotta send backup now. What'd you see? You were there.
I can't explain it.
Someone or something came into my room. And it took me away.
The Fourth Kind. It is a 2009 science fiction horror film written and directed by my boy.
Thank you so much, Olatunde Osunsanmi, for joining the Nerds of Color today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's really, really good to be with you, man.
Olatunde Osunsanmi. I was pretty close when I described it on the last episode, or when I pronounced it on the last episode. So I just want to give myself credit. I'm gonna give myself some fucking credit for pronouncing that crazy Nigerian name. Up top, folks, I want to just say, I cannot be unbiased about the film The Fourth Kind. I saw The Fourth Kind in 2009 in theaters. And one interesting element I want to bring up right up front that's like super... It hit me while I was doing research because the film is, and I'll say film because it is shot with multiple source elements, including Super 35 millimeter film. There's also HD cam, obviously. So we have mixed multimedia, and it was mastered through a digital intermediate and struck to 35 millimeter film for distribution. Folks, I saw The Fourth Kind in 35 millimeter. And it just struck me because, like, yeah, dude, like at the time in 2009, digital production wasn't like super widespread. So I saw this in like a rural New York theater. You were definitely seeing film prints still then. It's just so funny to me. Like, I think we brought this up on the podcast before, but it's like, I'm going to start like I'm going to be like, I saw a movie 43 on 35 millimeter in its original run.
That is, I did not see this movie in theater. In fact, I never saw a trailer for this movie. So that was the first time I'd heard the trailer, which I'm actually pretty thankful for. That's pretty cool though. Like, yeah, thinking about watching this movie in 35 millimeter. I think that that's special, right?
It's just how it used to be.
Yeah.
It used to be the norm. It's like when people like romanticize or fetishize vinyl records, like I do, everyone does who collects them. But it's like these used to just be hockey pucks people threw around. It was like the MP3 of the day.
Well, like your big screen experience, I saw this probably for the first time on REDBOX. I rented it from REDBOX, which is another novelty unto itself. So I think I rented it from a REDBOX machine in 2009, and so I can glamorize and say that I had the REDBOX experience with this movie.
Yeah, and the REDBOX experience was that's special too. I mean, I remember you go with your dad or your mom or whoever, and you're going to the REDBOX. We're gonna go to the REDBOX.
The fuck? I went by myself. I walked to the Walgreens and rented video games from the REDBOX.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you guys remember REDBOX? It's gone forever.
I think I still have a REDBOX DVD somewhere around here.
Join us as hosts Kate and Daryl take us on a journey through an exciting world of things that aren't here anymore.
Remember the adult video store?
Wasn't that right across the street from Vega International Night School?
You really could get so many great videos there. Sorry,
Major funding for things that aren't here anymore was provided by Vega International Night School.
Remember all those good times? They're not here anymore.
The children's laughter is not here anymore.
It's really starting to piss me off, all this shit that's not here
Watch
anymore.
each episode and be reminded of all of the wonderful memories and things that aren't here anymore.
Sometimes you want to blow your brains out when you think about all the wonderful things that aren't here anymore.
To order things that aren't here anymore, call Vega International Night School at 512-643-VEGA.
So get ready to be reminded of things that aren't here anymore. This is going to be great.
So, the fourth kind. We got REDBOX experience. We got Adam, who's never even heard of this movie before, and we got me, who's in love with the insanity of this movie. Let's start up top. This movie is very, very dumb. This movie is incredibly dumb. When I rewatched it, I was just like, holy fucking shit. This is like not different than I remembered, but I like it. So when I first watched it, I dropped in theater like, I don't know, 2/3 through the way of the movie. And like this movie's already disjointed and all over the fucking place. So I don't know, man. It's just the opening is, I think this is the right one.
I am actress Milla Jovovich, and I will be portraying Dr. Abigail Tyler in The Fourth Kind. This film is a dramatization of events that occurred October 1st through the 9th of 2000 in the northern Alaskan town of Nome. To better explain the events of the story, the director has included actual archive footage throughout the film. This footage was acquired from Nome psychologist Dr. Abigail Tyler, who has personally documented over 65 hours of video and audio materials during the time of the incident. To better protect their privacy, we have changed the names and professions of many of the people involved. Every dramatized scene in this movie is supported by either archived audio, video, or as it was related by Dr. Tyler during extensive interviews with the director. In the end, what you believe is yours to decide. Please be advised that some of what you're about to see is extremely disturbing.
Just relax and I'll ask you questions and whatever you want to toss in there. You all right?
Okay.
I'm gonna try and make this as painless as possible. Can you state your name for the camera?
Dr. Abigail Emily Tyler.
Okay, where would you like to begin?
So I looked at the original script for this movie just briefly, and that opening thing is he originally had himself as the director, being like, "It's me, Olatunde Osunsanmi," or whatever. And he does that whole opening. Do you guys think it's better that Milla Jovovich does it? That she's like,
I'm actress Milla Jovovich, and I will be portraying Dr. Abigail.
I'm actress Milla Jovovich.
I think it adds I think it adds like a certain air of authenticity of being like, oh, okay, so even the actors are in on it.
Yeah, it's breaking the fourth wall a little bit. So I think it did its justice.
That's strange. This was released October 24th, 2009 at the Screamfest Film Festival and got a wide U.S. release November 6, 2009. I was the only one who supported this in theaters. Just like now when I go see The Smashing Machine. By the way, folks, go check out The Smashing Machine if it's still in theaters. Amazing movie. Better than one battle after another. That's the Dan guarantee. This movie was shot in 235-1. That's CinemaScope. Scope makes a movie, John Carpenter famously said. This has a runtime of 98 minutes. It is lean, mean, and it's a fighting machine. Unlike Aliens and Alien 3. Fucking slog fests. Do you want to weigh in there, Spaghetti? What do you think about Alien 3? We just kicked the shit out of Alien 3 on the last episode.
You know, I have not watched Alien 3 for years. And so with that
I wonder
being
why.
said, yeah, it's just, I don't know. Way back when, probably around when this movie got released, I bought the Alien Quadrilogy Blu-ray set. And, I remember binging all four. I give all four the benefit of the doubt. You know, it's a weird take for me. Everybody loves to beat up the fourth movie. And
exactly.
And I don't mind it at all. It's definitely
Resurrection.
Yeah, the one with where the French guy did it, the guy who did like Delicatessen and
Amelie.
Yeah, and he did Amelie and stuff and City of Lost Children. Yeah, I mean everybody just loves to harp on that one, and I'm like, I didn't mind it. Alien 3,
that one made me cry almost.
Yeah, cry when he got sucked out of the spaceship via the porthole.
It's like, my son, I abandoned my boy.
My boy.
Yeah, Alien 3, I think I've just watched it the least. I'm sure if I watched it again, I'd probably give it a 4 because I'm very lukewarm at my reviews anyway. So
we'll put it on the list and we'll read your review on the show next time it comes up.
I need to binge all 4
We'll follow
again.
up on this.
So
yeah, we're having an alien. Dan and Adam get abducted.
Oh la la.
That's the theme of this Halloween this year is we get abducted. So,
get probed.
Should just mention here. Yeah, we're getting probed big time. Adam just got probed for the show.
I'm probed.
This was written by Olatunde Osunsanmi and Terry Lee Robbins. Do we want to do a Terry Lee Robbins check? Nope, she doesn't have hyperlink. Sorry, Terry, or Terry if you're a male. Sorry. Ooh, who gives a shit? Cinematography by Lorenzo Senatore. Do we know anything about Lorenzo? No, he doesn't have a hyperlink. All right. I'd have to go to Letterbox. That's too big of an ask. I'm sorry, Lorenzo. Music by Ati Overson. If you want to chime in, if you got some big news about fucking Lorenzo Senatore, let me know.
He hasn't done a lot. He did the random Hellboy in 2019.
Oh, good. I'm sure that was good for his career.
And he did the shitty Red Sonja movie in 2025.
Oh. Well, that's probably better for his career. On the road. There you go, Lorenzo. Shout out. It was edited by Paul Covington. Oh, you got some more?
Terry Robbins hasn't done anything either.
Fuck. Shit. I'm shocked.
Yeah, it looks
The
like.
only other thing I have to say about you got it. You go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying. It looks like everybody's just done sort of a lot of REDBOX fodder, like a lot of those like side sci-fi movies that you're like that are just sort of dollar store movies.
We're on YouTube now, Spaghetti, and now I'm just thinking about my clickbait description. I'm like, REDBOX horror. That's going to bring in the clicks. So on my piece of paper here, I have a little preparation sheet I sent Adam. I put down the fourth kind, and then I put it in Japanese, so it looks really cool. This review is going to be really fucking cool. Let's just, I guess, start off. We don't really necessarily need to go through the plot. I mean, I'm going to talk about the plot. Let's start with Spaghetti. Spaghetti, what did you think about The Fourth Kind?
I mean, it's a movie that I've always liked. I do want to champion it for it's got a lot of unique concepts. And that's the one thing I do like about it. It really tries to swing for the fences. I remember really, really liking it a lot more. And then this round, it's a little dated, but it's still fine. It's fun. I think it's a movie you can take in with novelty now. But yeah, it definitely has like that 2009 like Travel Channel feeling. So that's what I thought of like when Milla was doing like the little introduction. I was like, oh, this is like a Travel Channel Halloween special or something like that, which at the time that was running
What's that show
hot.
called? What is that show called? It was like Discovery Unknown or something.
Yeah. And at the time, I can't really blame the movie because in 2009, that concept was running hot. And so now it's just 20 years later almost, and it just seems weird.
The first copy I got of this movie that I obtained legally, completely legally, was very pixelated, and I was just like, damn, this movie is probably... I assume it has a Blu-ray, but it seems like it belongs in the DVD era.
Yeah.
Like everyone who watched this watched it on DVD.
I think that might actually do it more justice, to be honest. I think that was the one thing I ran into is when I watched it, a lot of like because it tries to do the whole layer thing where it tries to do the reenactment with the actors, but then it tries to do the archival footage portion. And I actually think a DVD would do it more justice because it looks more raw with the archival footage. I think it looked too digitalized, and you could pick out that it was like faux on both counts. So I think that's what it's a really good point. Into. Yeah.
There's a pick I'm doing later this month, and I'm like, I'm gonna see if I could buy the DVD and just watch it that way. That's a great idea.
Yeah, this should taking the trash humpers are out. VHS.
Yeah, I usually don't agree with that kind of thing, but I'm like with this like 2000s stuff, like maybe because that's how we all. It's like when people are like we want to watch Friday the 13th on VHS. How people initially watched it. It's kind of that same thing where it's like this was watched on DVD where it wasn't pixel perfect. We weren't watching on 4K displays. Most of us were still watching the shit on CRT televisions, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Adam, putting you in the hot seat, buddy. You're in the hot seat.
Oh la la.
What'd you think about your experience, your time, your siesta with The Fourth Kind? Did you watch it with your wife?
I did watch it with my wife, and I am in the hot seat because it is hot in this room. Guys, I might have to take my shirt off here in a second.
Oh la la.
Up top, I'll just go ahead and say I did really enjoy this movie. I like that point that Spaghetti brought up. Maybe we watched it with a DVD, hell, even a VHS, it might have looked better. I suspected as soon as the movie started that it was not a true story. I don't know why. They were just like leaning on it so hard that I was like, oh, okay, this is part of the bit. And I thought that worked really well, though. It kept me engaged. I got spooked. I'm not going to lie. This movie scared me. It had me quivering. I don't know. I guess like there's a little bit of controversy over this movie. I don't know if you guys like ran into any of that in your readings.
Not necessarily. What was the controversy, Adam?
I think this is like an Alaskan thing. Because like any movie I've seen based in Alaska, it like has like a backlash to it where people are like, this, because it's not real. They'll be like, this is a travesty. This is offensive to the people of Nome, Alaska. And I don't know if I felt any of that. Like I didn't really feel like any sort of like, oh, I can't believe they're doing this. I can't believe they're purporting this fake story to be real. This is offensive to real missing people in Alaska. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so it's like it's based on like a disappearances or whatever, and people are like, "Hey, they actually went missing because it's cold and they were drunk."
Yeah.
All 12 people in Alaska are pissed.
Yeah.
True.
But also, we have a connection to this movie. My wife's aunt lives in Nome, Alaska. So we really wanted to hit her up and be like, "Hey, do you know this lady? Did you ever deal with this lady?" I think that would have been really fucking cool.
It's I think it was like I was reading somewhere in the Wikipedia that like because it was shot in Bulgaria and Squamish, British Columbia, Canada. It says the lush mountainous setting of Nome in the film bears little resemblance to the actual Nome, Alaska, which sits amidst the fringes of the Arctic tree line, where trees can only grow about 8 feet tall due to permafrost.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where they're like, "Don't you love it here in America?" And they're like clearly in like Italy or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I was looking up. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. What are you looking up?
Oh, I was looking up, like, so the FBI, just to piggyback off of that, the FBI was looking into it, and I guess, there was 2 disappearances that popped up. There was 24 in total, I guess, disappearances in Nome from 1960s to 2004, but 2 names that prominently popped up was, I guess, a Joseph Balderas and a Florence, I'm going to butcher that last name, Okipiluk or whatever, I don't know. But it sounds like, regardless of who they are, and yeah, the FBI concluded it to like severe weather and like alcoholism, I guess, was their go-tos. It looks like everybody disappeared in the summer months. So like June or August or something like that. And I guess there's a correlation with like sundowner syndrome as well. So I don't know. I didn't really dig too far into it, but that was a little bit of the explanations that I got.
I don't know, man. The footage does not lie, is what I'm going to say. So.
And I guess the movie doesn't really say, like what month it is in? I don't know. I didn't pay attention to that point, but I guess the real FBI stuff, it was all summer months, which if you're in Nome, Alaska, the sun's out there longer, so it can drive you insane, and I can see people venturing off and all that mess.
It specifically occurs from October 1st through the 9th of 2000.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Shit.
I forgot.
So we're doing this near the anniversary.
Yeah, I thought that was fun. Yeah, we're recording this around the same time period. Almost, this movie came out almost 20 years ago, man. We're really reaching that point where I'm getting scared.
Yeah.
When The Fourth Kind is a 20-year-old movie. Whew.
You're old, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm old. So that's the cold open. One interesting element is Chapman University. So there's that logo prominently displayed. Chapman University hosts a televised interview with psychologist Abby Tyler, who describes a series of events that occurred in Nome, Alaska, and culminated in an alleged alien abduction in October of 2000. Chapman University is a real private research university located in Orange County, California.
Another connection here, by the way.
Well, connection?
Yeah, that is my dad's alma mater. I've been to Chapman University.
Oh, that's interesting. It's the next line is the school maintains its founding affiliations with the Christian Church, Disciples of Christ, and the United Church of Christ. However, it is officially a secular university. There's also an article I pulled up about. It says how How Chapman University's logo got a cameo in The Fourth Kind. First, you should know The Fourth Kind was written and directed by Olatunde Osunsanmi, a 32-year-old Nigerian who got his master's in fine arts degree from Chapman's Dodge College Film and Media Arts. That's him conducting the interview in the film, and on the right, in the photo that opens the shot. Blah, 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 blah. So basically, Universal asked the university on behalf of Osunsanmi for permission to use the Chapman University's name in the upcoming film. It was apparent to us then and presented to us that this would be a kind of inside joke and insider tribute to our alumni for the first nationally released major motion picture. We agreed to review the movie script and blah, blah, blah. That's just funny to me that it adds to the authenticity. And I'll say, like, up front, so there's layers to the movie, and we were saying there's the fictionalized element where you have dramatizations, real drama, like obvious dramatizations with Milla Jovovich. It's Elias Koteas, by the way, of Crash fame, David Cronenberg Crash. I was like, damn, it's weird to not just watch this guy be a sick pervert. He's a normal guy. I'm right? Have you guys seen Crash recently? Am I wrong?
It's been a bit. So it's probably, the last time I watched it was probably back to back with Alien 3.
Wow. Yeah, Crash is great, and he's in it. And he fucks cars. And he also fucks the main character, Dave Spader.
Yeah.
Will Patton's in this movie. Do you guys remember Will Patton? Do you guys know who he is?
Love Will Patton.
Yeah, he always plays a good, decent role, like a straight man cop role, or like he's always in like some inspirational sports movie. So he did pretty good. Oh, really? Yeah, he's always in some Remember of the Titans movie.
Oh, yeah. He was in Halloween Kills. I don't know if he was in Halloween Ends. I don't remember. But that's how I know Will Patton. Another cop character role. I will just say his performance took me out of the movie. It made this movie from oh, it's kind of a serious movie to oh, this is kind of so good it's bad, or so bad it's good rather, in some elements. Because his performance is really bad. Do you guys feel that? He's really over the top. Every scene with him, I was just like, what the fuck? Laughing.
Putting you under surveillance 24 hours.
Where's your daughter? There's a fucking video of a UFO going over this lady's house. It's behind me right now. and he's like, where's your daughter? We're arresting you. We're taking your kids away. Right there. It's too much.
I'm keeping the civility and Nome here. All 15 residents here need some sanity.
I don't know. I think maybe I disagree a little bit, though, just because I think, I don't know, maybe it's my own personal view of the police force, but having a mountain of evidence in front of you that somebody's daughter was abducted by aliens and having the cops still be like, I'm going to get to the bottom of this, yeah, bitch, I thought was very, I don't know. For sure, we were yelling at the TV, fuck this guy, because of his over-the-top reaction. But I felt if you have an ounce of ACAB inside of you, you might see it. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. I love a portrayal of a cop that's just too over the top. Cop, too over the top. Don't know if you're ever going to get on the stop. I don't know why I did that.
Here we go. I got this.
Cop, too over the top. Don't know if you're ever going to get on the stop. Cop, too over the top. Don't know if you're ever going to get on the stop.
You're supposed to start rapping, dude. Yeah, Will Patton. He's a force in this movie to be reckoned with. After witnessing the bedside murder of her husband, which I liked, there's one shot in the movie where there's just a random pole that comes down that looks like Alien that stabs him real quick. And I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. And then it's a knife after that. But he gets fucking poked right in front of her. And I love how Elias Koteas is like, all right, I'm going to interview you. I'm going to interview you about that night. And he's like, what happened? Bring me back to that night, Abby. She's like, we are making love. It was so nice. And it just cuts to Elias Koteas' face, and he's just like, yes, and and I don't know. It's like I don't even remember what she says, but next thing that I wrote down is it was a little bumpy. She flies herself into Nome, Alaska, which I thought was a weird element. It was like she flies too. Damn. It was a little bumpy. You'd think as beautiful as that sky is, it wouldn't be so rough. And then the lady says, the stuff that really shakes us, we seldom ever see coming. It's a good saying. Not every week. This movie just made me laugh consistently. That's such a ridiculous exchange. Abby starts taping clinical hypnotherapy sessions with patients. So her husband died, and she's basically on a mission to finish her husband's case study while continuing to raise her 2 children alone, which, as we know, that's a job all in of itself. This lady's working 2 jobs.
Brock, Armstein's right. We got through it all because we're survivors.
There's the white owl that's outside Spaghetti's window, and she's doing hypnotherapy sessions with these people about the white owl. The people are saying shit like, a white owl at the window. It was just looking at me. It was there for hours. No matter what I did, it wouldn't fly away. It wasn't scared of me, just staring at me. They see it every night when they go to sleep. And they've seen it since they were kids. Like, it's a thing they've seen their whole lives. I think it came inside, one of the guys says. I remember it looking down at me. It's really hard to remember. Almost like in a dream. It gets all Lynchian.
Yeah, I love the imagery of an owl being, like you said, Lynchian. The owls are not what they seem. But even more so just because, we all know this is an alien movie. Number one thing in abductions is that the imagery constantly kind of changes, right? Like it's never just immediately just, oh, we saw an alien come out. There's always all these misleads and misdirections and lost time. And this movie's got all of it. I don't know. I'm just such a UFO little boy. I don't believe in ghosts. I believe in UFOs. And I just think the idea of there being I'm being haunted by an owl. But it's actually an alien. It's just, it's sick. It's like there's this weird connection in the movie with demons and ghosts and aliens that had me sold. I don't know, Dan, when you call this movie dumb, I get what you're saying, but also at the same time, I'm like, oh, I thought this movie was great. I was super into that part.
I do think it's scary. Can be.
Yeah, it's like the alien conforms to an object that we're familiarized with. Which I guess is a common thing in other alien movies and stuff like that they'll shape to a form that we know, but then it's out of place because they don't know the direct human connection, so it's weird like that.
Oh yeah, there's that Jodie Foster alien movie, Contact. I think it was, and the aliens appear to her and the image of her dead father and
yeah.
I'm on the Wikipedia page right now about Close Encounters because it's all about Alan J. Hynek and stuff and his UFO. I should read this book about you. I should really read this stuff. But you have I think it describes it in the movie. It's the first kind is you hear them, you see them, you're aware of them. The second kind is this. The third kind is whatever. But the fourth kind is you get fucking abducted and probed. The fourth kind.
And I
love the title to this movie.
I will say, I think that's one of the most terrifying elements of this film. Is when you watch any other alien movie and you think abduction, you think, okay, they're scooping you up, you're on the ship, you got the probe, you got all that mess, fire in the sky, all that stuff. They're taking you away. But in the fourth kind, it's almost like it's a parallel realm, and it's you could be abducted at any moment, and so that's why I do like the layers of the audio recording and the fact that these people are sort of abducted in the moment. That's where they started speaking the ancient language and all that stuff. It's like
Sumerian. Yeah. I love bringing up Sumeria and stuff.
Yeah, it's like the fourth kind is like, they're existing on a whole different realm, so they can get you at any time. And I think that's one of the most terrifying elements of this film. It is scary.
We see that, and they kind of talk about it. There's one part where we see Abby Tyler getting abducted, and she just floats up towards the ceiling. She goes, whoo.
Yeah.
And they talk about it. They're like, because I think the daughter gets abducted, and they're like, they abducted her through the ceiling. He's like, yeah. So like it's like not even a thing where like, I don't know. I guess you always have that with abductions, but like you're just literally phasing through shit. You're like, which is a weird element to what you're saying there.
Yeah,
fourth dimension.
Yeah, they don't play by our rules, and why should they? They exist on their own parallel realm.
I think that is horrifying. And even more horrifying, the cops don't believe her. She's like, "You have video. We have so much video proof." I'll be honest. I thought this was real. I thought when I was watching this, I was like, "Is this real?" At the end of the movie, I had to be like, "Is this bitch real?" And I was like, "Nope." Obviously, but it makes you think. And I guess I'll say here, this movie kind of follows in like a long history of movies, right? Spaghetti. This follows many movies that have done similar concepts.
Like pseudo-documentary. Yeah, you know what? The first thing that sort of popped in my head was, and this would be a great movie to watch in the future, was the old 1972 film Legend of Boggy Creek.
Here in this primitive river bottom wilderness in southern Arkansas, along with deer, duck, crane, and beaver, lurks a creature that walks upright. Whether it is a man, a monster, or a myth, no one really knows. What we do know is the people around Fouke, Arkansas say they have seen such a creature nearly 250 times since 1954. And that this creature, whatever it is, emits one of the most terrifying sounds ever recorded.
Where it's a Sasquatch movie, the Bigfoot movie. And it starts off as just like a documentary of, here's Bigfoot. But then the merit of that movie is that's one of the first films where they fabricate audio of like Bigfoot attacking people and stuff like that. Because it's made in the 70s. So they didn't have the technical advances that this film does. And I actually think Legend of Boggy Creek might be a little more scary. And obviously it's very kitschy as well. It's cheeseball, but this reminds me of that movie more than anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't have brought that up, so that's a great point. I was thinking like Mondo documentaries and stuff like that, and just like movies that are trying to make you think something's real when it's not.
Sure.
Obviously found footage, this plays in the found footage realm too, but kind of breaks that rule by saying it's real. I don't know, it's so weird where you have the two elements that it does sell the authenticity more than your average found footage movie.
Yeah, it's got that Faces of Death kind of element
yeah,
too.
That's what I was thinking about. Faces of Death, exactly.
Yeah, and that's what I do appreciate. I mean, that's the big thing I like to champion of this movie. I think, going back to the pros and cons, I think it's a really great concept, and I think that it just came out in an era where 2009 was very, like I said, Travel Channel, haunted house movie. It's almost like if it's trying to pull off the Unsolved Mysteries vibe. Too bad Robert Stack died in 2003, because if they could have had Robert Stack do the introduction to this, that'd be awesome. But I think it's just you can't really fault the film for being sort of in its own element in 2009. And naturally, we're watching it in 2025, and it's like, okay, this is a little cheesy, a little self-aware, But I think, it really comes off as you believe it to a degree. So I think that's the good thing about this film.
I saw somebody call this movie, they said it was cringe-inducing. And I thought, and I thought, yeah, Spaghetti brought up a good point, because it's like a little self-aware watching this nowadays. I don't know. Did you guys cringe watching this movie?
A little bit. But in a good way. I love this movie because it's like what is the word? Psychotronic. This is like a perfect example of like a 2009 psychotronic film. Like everyone thinks those are only like 80s, 90s movies, but it lived on, folks. This is one of them.
Yeah. I place bets. I think this movie's going to get better with age. It's sort of like, apples and oranges here, very different movie, but it's like for a while there, if you watch Lawnmower Man, right? And Lawnmower Man has terrible computer graphics, but for a while, it thought it was state of the art when the movie came out. And then about a decade later, everybody's like, this looks like crap. It looks like AOL dial-up, the movie. And then now, there's been a few decades later, it has its own like little flavor to it that it's, it's retro, futuristic, and people love it like that. And I think that The Fourth Kind, even a decade from now, people will be very forgiving, and they'll say, hey, this is cool because it was very much in its own element. It took both steps forward, took big leap. There's it's cheesy self-aware because the nature of the industry, there was a billion of these shows like it. But I think this movie gets better with time. It's a little cornball now. I almost, like I said, I wish we watched it on DVD. But yeah, I think this movie just has potential to be better as the years go on.
So it's a weird one, and it's weird that it came out in 2009 because it seems like, again, that would be like, it doesn't seem that like that old of a movie, but it kind of is.
Yeah.
It's a strange feeling when you're like, damn, but this came out in like HD. All right.
Yeah, and if you think about it, also that's like, this is all before like YouTube popped off, really. And so you think about a lot of this market is saturated on YouTube as well. All this like scary found footage stuff. And so this existed in an era before all that. So that's another thing you got to sort of champion about it.
This is the year of like Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
And shit. This is such a moment in our culture.
Yeah. So now people hate it because they're like, I've seen BuzzFeed Unsolved so many times.
They said this movie's fake and bullshit and gay.
Yeah.
Abby's daughter, Ashley, goes blind. I want to mention this daughter because I also thought her performance was incredibly bad.
Yeah.
It's like, why do they bully me, Mom? I'm trying. They think I'm just faking. I'm like, oh my God. I assume Adam did not have this problem. He was loving this kid. He's like, I would adopt this kid.
Dude, she's adorable. She's an adorable little blind girl. How dare you? How dare you?
Mom, why do they all make fun of me? I love how, this is a comment I saw on Letterboxd. She's like, I love how Abby whispers around the daughter like she can't hear. She's like, stop. You can't do that at the table. And she's just over there like, what? What are you talking about?
I'm blind, not deaf, you asshole.
Exactly.
Tommy, what's wrong?
No!
Okay, Tommy, when I count to 3, wait in. Come on, just 3. It's not happening. It's a memory. This is not real.
That was going to be my response if Adam didn't like the movie. No.
Yeah.
Like that stuff's bad too. Like that actor's really bad. That guy's not good. The first guy who plays the guy who does, there's also another Letterboxd comment that was like, men love to do family annihilation. How do you guys feel about the first guy we encountered, the family annihilator?
Yeah.
Dude, that part was insane and intense for sure. And like I know I recognize that actor somewhere. I can't put a name to him.
And he
right
wasn't
now,
that bad. I think he looks like the guy who was in fucking like Men in Black 1. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I need sugar water.
Yeah. I do think that might be some of the best usage of the found footage in the film when they do the police footage outside the house, because you can't really screw that up. But more when you're doing more of the interview thing, you can see sort of the flaws and like the 2009 thing. But when it was the police footage outside the house, I think that flowed pretty well. It was really fast, impactful, and you didn't have time to over critique it. It was just like just a whiplash effect.
One thing that I did critique is when I think it's later on when the one guy's on the bed and he like breaks his back getting possessed and his mouth like his jaw and hooks. He's like, and she's like, "Whoa, I am God," or whatever. When he lifts up off the bed, his wife or whatever that's sitting next to him literally like flies off screen. And I was like, why did she fly off screen? See, I laughed at this movie. That was my problem. I just kept laughing. It couldn't be scary because I just kept laughing. That's the worst part. That's the only bad part about this movie is it's not. I guess I agree. It hasn't aged the best, but it's still fun. One of the things the Sumerian people that comes up with the guy who family annihilates is Zimabu Eater, which I think is such a fun phrase, which is apparently Sumerian for spirit whom you cannot be saved from. I also love the idea of like aliens are God, basically. Yeah. I love that idea. I'm in love with that idea. That's so fun. Check out Jay Electronica's new mixtape for more on that. But yeah, it's just really interesting entities in this movie because at one point the entity calls out Abby Tyler and is like, "Abby Tyler, stop your case study. Respond. I sent you feet pics. Please respond." Zimabu Eater. And I don't know. I just love that stuff. What else happens in this movie? I think the family annihilation is crazy. That's the first time I was a little bit like, is this real? This can't be real, right? Like they're not showing the family annihilation because it's brutal. He just shoots his wife in the head, shoots his kids, and then shoots himself. And it's like all on camera. They just kind of censor it with some pixelation. I was like, damn, this is nuts. And then the cops get pissed because they're like, "You did this, bitch. You did this." And some other people come to him and was like, I wanna do the thing again. I wanna go under. And so she hypnotizes this other guy, and this other guy is just he starts gurgling. He's like, there's really gross sounds. And what do we get out of him? Not much, right? We just learned that like the aliens came inside or something. I don't remember. Does it say in the plot description?
Yeah, I forget. That's the guy who broke his back, right?
No, this is the guy before him. That's what I'm saying. I think there's a guy before him that doesn't really.
I thought that was the same
much.
guy, but I guess maybe I'm wrong.
No, that is the same guy. You're right. You right. I'm getting mixed up. Okay, so he reveals that they're God, and then Abby's daughter gets. Yeah. I think she discovers she's been abducted. Like she has a recording. Some guy's like, "Hey, have you listened to the recording?" She's like, "What?" She listens to it, and she's just screaming in the middle of the night. I did like the sequence of her getting abducted when she goes under hypnotherapy. I think it is scary that we don't see the alien directly ever.
Yeah, like the most we see are like what, shadows walking through the room, and then just her running and like you keep seeing oh yeah, the way the camera keeps it so close to everything and you can't fully see what's happening. And there's that one shot or a few shots of just the tape recorder close up being, as she's holding on to it, being dragged away. I thought that was very effective.
I really like that, by the way. That was really good looking. Go on. Is that it? That's all you got?
Yeah.
The owl.
The owl.
The owl was pretty cool. I don't know. Oh, you go ahead.
I don't have a complete answer for but I have a little something for like the whole I am God thing. I thought that was very, I mean, because when you like, if you like look at like the idea of like ancient aliens that have been visiting us, and yeah, like that's kind of like wild to think that either they brought the language, this ancient Sumerian language to Earth, or for some reason they learned it. I don't know which one it would be. Yeah, like I think if aliens were to come to, it would be like this ambiguous thing of like, oh my God, are these gods? Like we wouldn't just immediately think aliens, right?
Yeah, I mean, ancient peoples wouldn't make that distinction.
Yeah, very Egyptian is what I felt. So like the Egyptian gods.
I'm fully down with this. I'll worship some alien gods, some jazz aliens.
Jazz aliens.
That's all my notes, folks. So the last thing I'm really pulling for is what happens here at the end, and that's her daughter gets abducted through the ceiling, and they try to arrest her, and then Will Patton's like, I'm gonna fucking arrest you, bitch. And then her friend Elias Koteas is like, hold up, I just got my dick out of a car, and I'm here to save the day. It's like, hey, don't arrest her. I've been here. I've seen these things. And I don't even fucking remember. I actually have to read the plot description. I watched this on like Wednesday. Abby is cleared of all charges. Okay. I think it's revealed that like her husband killed himself. It's like a weird plot element where like towards the end of the movie, he's like, your husband, he didn't get murdered, did he? He killed himself with a gun in front of you.
Yeah, that like flips the whole movie on its head a bit because it's like, oh damn, this lady has been delusional the entire time. Yeah, like it's like they show like a picture of the side of like that's crazy, right? They're like, this is gonna be a little upsetting, but here's a picture of your dead husband, and he has a bullet hole in the side of his head. But yeah, ostensibly he did the same thing that old boy did. He just didn't, annihilate his entire family, but a quick clean shot to the head.
We should mention old boy who's like, no, who annihilates his whole family. He says that the alien is so scary and so bad to look at that he's like, I have to kill my family. It doesn't matter. We will never have to see it again. So to his credit, like all family annihilators, he's trying to protect his family from seeing the ancient alien that keeps visiting him. And I don't fucking know. That's
like it would be terrifying to be abducted though, right, man? Like
hell yeah.
God, because they're gonna treat you like an animal that we like are studying in a lab somewhere, and you're just gonna be getting probed. Yeah. Like we do see, like it's kind of hinted that there is like a probe that goes into her intimate area at one point. Also into her, like I'm guessing spine.
Her shoulder.
Oh, shoulder.
Digging it in my shoulder.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like a. Yeah, I thought their technology looked a little barbaric for aliens, to be honest.
Yeah,
it looks a little bit cheap.
Yeah, I think probably the hang up with this movie is the narrative doesn't match the concept as well. I mean, it's still a great movie in the sense that it's fun to watch. The concepts are good. It's scary. I think pragmatically, if you look at the direct narrative, there's a lot of like hanging elements. You're like, wait, how does this add up? And then the director's just like, well, it's aliens, so it doesn't have to. And then so you're like, and I think that's probably where it gets the most criticism because, going back to like the husband shot himself in the head and you're like, wait a minute, didn't the guy get stabbed in the chest? But then where did he go? And then it's just like, nope, guess what? It's ominous. The aliens don't exist on our plane, so we can take whatever liberty we want. So I think that's probably what it boils down to. Why there's some deterrence of people that deter against this movie.
Yeah.
So, but concept, it's great. I think.
Well, even the director, at one point, he's like, "You realize the audience is gonna have to question everything you've said up to this point now." She's like, it doesn't matter. The footage doesn't lie. And then they go through the highlight reel of all the footage, which I thought was fun. I was like, that's a little Hall of Horrors funness. And she's like, I have no choice but to believe my daughter's still alive. So her daughter, Ashley, just never came back. And her son's...
Yeah.
Also, we haven't mentioned the son, but the son's also ridiculous and over the top. He's just like, you dumb bitch. At any moment. It's like, I blame you for dad killing himself. I guess it makes sense now, like, because he knows that the dad killed himself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's delusional.
The son is just sort of like forgotten. Like, it's like, oh yeah, that kid was in the movie.
Yeah, they have a little thing at the end where they're like, he still doesn't believe his mother.
Yeah.
He's now a Fortune 500 company CEO.
He's just...
I do like the slow reveal at the end that you see Abby is now like, she's in like a motorized wheelchair because like her neck got broken.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, when the camera's pulling away and she's like, I have no choice but to believe that she's alive. And like, as the camera pulls away, yeah, she's like in this like motorized wheelchair, like ostensibly she's paralyzed.
Yeah. They fuck up your body when they possess you. When they unhook your jaw.
So I guess like part of this though, part of like what my takeaway from this movie would be is like, oh, if you think you've been abducted, do not do hypnotherapy because you're just gonna get messed up some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, your jaw is gonna unhook, and when the session's over, it's just gonna be open, and you're like, "Wait, how is she hot, Milla Jovovich?" After this point, there's some inconsistencies here, but
that is a
fun
cool
movie.
That is a cool bit too, though. Like how almost all of the on-screen like the reenactment people are like more handsome or prettier than the real people, and I don't know. I think that's saying a little something, right, about how we make reenactments and how Hollywood works. Like you're gonna have the real footage, and it's just.
I'm actress Milla Jovovich.
Also, like, okay, look, I'm not gonna lie. I kept expecting her to start kicking some ass at some point, right? Milla Jovovich. I thought she was gonna start like spinning through the air, roundhouse kicking somebody, and I was actually really pleased with her acting in this movie because I'm like, oh, I've only seen her in action movies, and
she was like 3 Resident Evil movies deep when this thing was made, right?
Yeah.
She's great. I love her.
And that's good because we're gonna be reviewing one of her movies here. No, we're not watching it. We're not watching Resident Evil.
Please no. Spaghetti just got done rewatching all this.
There's about one good one, maybe 2 if I'm being generous.
She's got a good movie in here. I think it's called, I don't know if it's actually good. There's a movie called 45 from 2006 where she's in an independent thriller film. She gets naked a lot. That's why I watched it. Back when I was like 12. But it's a good movie nonetheless. It's one of those movies you watch and you're like, damn, this is actually good. Yeah, I don't know. This movie's fun. I don't really have much else to say. It is kind of spooky. I just really wanted to revisit it. Drawing a blank.
Yeah,
here.
it's very much that unsolved mystery. It fills that unsolved mysteries niche.
Almost like,
and I think that's fun to revisit.
Almost like unsolved mysteries, like recreation stuff. Yeah, but very high budget and glossy.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, it's good for its time. I think it'll get better in the future, and I think that we're just conditioned as a society to watch a lot of this stuff on YouTube, and so I think that's where a lot of the people were deterring against it for a while because they've watched their fair share of BuzzFeed Unsolved or whatever, and I think that, you know, when this movie came out, that novelty wasn't nearly as prevalent. So I have to give kudos to the concept for sure, and all the layers attempted and stuff. Even if the narrative is sort of all over the place, I think it's a really good concept movie, and it does try to be very different. Because I was thinking about like other movies that do the same kind of thing, like Fire in the Sky, for example. That's very much trying to just recreate the events through just dramatization, and this is trying to do the multi-layer thing. So yeah, which that'd be another good movie to watch sometime. Fire in the Sky.
Yeah, Adam made me watch that at one point. There's also Communion.
Communion. Fire in the Sky is Snowflake, Arizona?
Yeah.
So that's a local.
Oh, hell yeah. I didn't remember that. That's cool. This movie made buku bucks, bros. It had a budget of $10 million, and it made just shy of $50 million. So made its money back. That's the guarantee with horror films. And interesting thing about director Olatunde Osunsanmi is he didn't do that much after this. But he was he's known for being like a protege of Joe Carnahan. Do you know who Joe Carnahan is, Spaghetti?
Yeah. Yeah, he did like Narc. If you ever saw that movie.
I haven't
so
seen
it's like
Narc,
so there's like a natural element to his films that like Narc's like a obviously Narc, it's a narcotics officer movie where they're all undercover, but it's like a street level film where it's like gritty and like undercover cops and stuff. And so I see like this movie sort of like that, where it's trying to hint at both stylization, but then also trying to have some authenticity and stuff like that. So yeah, I can see Joe Carnahan big time.
I've just seen his movie Smoking Aces. He also did
and
The
see
Grey.
that one has a little bit. Yeah, Smoking Aces has a little bit of that too, where there's like multiple different stylizations going on in that movie.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
It's been a while, but
it's a good one, but it's not like great. It makes sense this guy would be a protege of Joe Carnahan.
I don't mind Smoking Aces. It's another one that like there's a group of people that love to hate it. And I always thought it was sort of a fun movie. There's lots of weird characters and I don't know. It's fun for what it is, but you got to look at it like a genre film. So
my friend Josh gave me his 4K code when he got the 4K, so I got it on 4K digital. I watched it a couple years ago. It's fun. It's good. Not bad.
Yeah, there's quirky people in it, quirky characters.
Prepare your anuses.
Hey, Ronald, what are those things you're wearing?
My trick-or-treat safety cups. They're shiny aluminum foil with bright orange stripes, so they reflect light.
Me! Where'd you get them?
Right at McDonald's. This Halloween, be sure you're all wearing McDonald's trick-or-treat safety cups. Children should be seen and not hurt.
Spaghetti, would you recommend The Fourth Kind this Halloween season? Is it a good Halloween watch?
Yeah, I think, typically I reserve alien movies for non-Halloween because it's one of those things where you can have an excuse to be terrified outside of the October season because I reserve that for ghosts and demons, but it is horrifying in its own right, so I would recommend it, yeah.
I'm actress Milla Jovovich.
Adam, would you recommend The Fourth Kind? Is it a good Halloween watch?
Hello, I am podcaster Adam Brewer, and I would recommend this movie for a Halloween watch, or like Spaghetti said, non-Halloween scares as well. I thought that it was really fun the way that they have the fake real footage being side by side with the reenactments. I think just that creative little choice alone makes this a cool watch. And I would say if you're looking for a spooky alien film, yeah, throw this on. There's some nice jump scares and some nice concepts to make you scared to take the trash out at night after you watch this movie.
You don't want to play ass? You don't want.
I'm gonna find it.
What?
Oh my god, I'm not gonna find it.
You don't want.
I found it. It's gonna be worth it for this moment, guys.
What is that, brother? What is that, brother?
Listeners won't know why that's funny. Hey, it's me, Dan. I'm here at the podcast. Do I recommend The Fourth Kind? Hell yeah. I give this movie big thumbs up. Go ahead and watch this anytime you can. I want to watch it again. I want to watch it with some headphones again and just get real spooked out, get real scared. I love aliens, and God might as well be an alien to me. Check it out, folks.
What is that, brother? What is that, brother?
Adam, did you pick a movie for next week?
What is that, brother?
Dan, I'm bringing things back down to earth. I hope that's okay with you.
Oh.
Yeah, man. I got a little 2022's horror supernatural Talk to Me by A24.
You're not allowed to do this, Adam. This is on me and my girlfriend's watch list. We're supposed to watch it together.
I guess you guys are going to have to watch it together.
You piece of shit. All right, that's cool. I mean, I hate Australian movies, and I'm guaranteed to dislike parts of this movie, but I'm excited to check it out.
I don't think this is an A24 movie, as I just said, is it?
It is A24, yeah.
Okay, thank God. Okay.
Am I wrong? Is it Neon?
It's an A24 movie. Just now, verified live on podcast.
You seen this one, Spaghetti? You seen Talk to Me?
No, I don't think I have.
Yeah, it's a newer one. You're still in 2013, I think.
I saw the one with Don Cheadle in it in 2007. That's a different Talk to Me movie.
The one with Reign Over Me? The one where he plays fucking Shadow of the Colossus with Adam Sandler? It's one of my favorites.
No. Like, Talk to Me, he's like, I forget. It's like a 1960s, he's like a radio personality movie. But, yeah.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Deterring from the main point here.
Do you play, but I should play Shadows of the Colossus. I'll play and beat that before Silent Hill 2. How are you enjoying Silent Hill F, Spaghetti? I saw you bought that.
I played it. I played the first level. It's actually, so at first, I think the atmosphere is not as good as Silent Hill 2, but like, how could you top that? So that's like a monumental thing to try to overcome. But it's pretty scary in its own right. It surprised me right out of the gates. I've only played a smidgen of it, so I haven't gotten too far. But I like what it is, and I really want to sit down and pay more attention to it. So
yeah, I'm interested. I like the Japanese setting and stuff like that. Because Silent Hill up to this point has been very Americanized.
Yeah, and I think that's the one element is I sort of have to connect with is you're not really in Silent Hill. It's its own, it's using the name and it's using the atmosphere, but it's its own beast. So.
Yeah, well, they came out with that, I don't remember what it was called. There was like a free downloadable like game that was like first person you could play through. And like, the idea was like Silent Hill could be anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I always wanted to play that one. I just never got around to it. I downloaded it, and then it just sat there and took up space on my hard drive. So I deleted it eventually, but I could always re-download it and play that one sometime.
Yeah. Are you playing anything right now other than Silent Hill F? Is that it?
That's the only one. I'm bad at playing video games and sitting down and paying attention to it.
Me too.
So.
I mean, that's the thing. I haven't beat Silent Hill 2, and I've started like a year ago now or some shit.
Yeah. You're still in the hospital, right?
Yeah, I'm still in the hospital. One day, and the problem is now I started. Yeah. I'm like, where the fuck am I? What do I do? I'm gonna have to relearn the game again.
Yeah,
I'm in your position, like when you had to pick it back up.
Yep.
Adam, what are you playing? You playing any games?
Me and my wife have been split screening some Borderlands 4. That's a new release game, and I have to say, it kind of reminds me of Borderlands 3.
Really?
I don't know. I know that there's a lot of like grumblings right now about like this game. A lot of people saying that it's crashing their PlayStations and their PCs, but so far it's been good to me. So I don't know. I like the Borderlands franchise.
Just something you like playing?
Yeah, man, just something I like to, just kick back, turn my brain off, and just play for a while.
Capital E entertaining. I had this argument with my girlfriend last night. Where it's just like everything can't be capital E entertaining. Entertaining can't be. Sometimes things have to be real. Sometimes you have to go see The Smashing Machine in theaters, even though no one else is. Spaghetti.
I do want to see that in theaters.
Are you going to see
The Rock Johnson?
Are you going to go see The Smashing Machine today?
On monologue.
Do you take this pledge?
Only if Dwayne The Rock Johnson does an open monologue where it says, these are true events that took place from back in, and then gives the eyebrow to the camera.
I love him. He's good. It's a great movie. He should get his accolades. But unfortunately, I don't know if you guys heard this. Smashing Machine had a $50 million budget. So they're going to have to make $100 million back. Do you know how much they made? The last time I checked, $6 million. Fuck you, America. Go enjoy your fucking fake liberal fantasy bullshit politics movie. Fuck you. Spaghetti.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have you on the show.
I do want to see it. Yeah. I do want to see it. I mean, it sort of looks like did you ever see The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke?
No, I definitely want to see it now.
And I mean, I haven't seen The Smashing Machine, so I don't know if it's the same kind of energy, but from a distance, it looks like the same kind of thing. And I think that's my favorite. The Wrestler's my favorite movie from, what's his name? Aronofsky. So.
Yeah, well, The Smashing Machine isn't about like the fighting, so people watch it and they're like, "This is boring. What is this movie about?" And it's like, it's about the moments of not fighting and like,
it's about the humanity. Yep.
Check it out, folks. And Spaghetti, again, I love to have you on the show. Thanks for joining us. It's been a minute. When was the last time you were on? Did anyone remember? Ken Park.
Ken Park.
Yeah, it was a little while ago.
Yep.
I think it's 62.
Yeah.
This is like 70. So been 8 episodes. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for having me. I'm always glad to have an opportunity to hop on here and ramble and go from there. So I appreciate you guys being a good host.
Yeah, I try. I'm sorry for all my fumbling, but you, Joey, the Dan and Adam family always comes by and adds color to our discussions. So I'm always thankful.
There you go.
Adam. Oh, actually, no. Real quick, Spaghetti. Where can people find you? Or what is your tag on Letterboxd?
I think it's just like B Bergman 11.
Yeah, so
it sounds like some old man AOL email. Like
B Bergman 11, and then I think if you just type in various Spaghetti on like YouTube or on Letterboxd, you can find you talking or writing about movies.
Yeah. I try to keep good pace with it. I haven't done as much, but I'm sort of in the. I'm not writing the major essays like I used to, but I'm still I'm using it like a little blog, like a little journal.
Well, I need you to write a major essay on Alien 3 as soon as possible so you can read it on the podcast live.
All right, will do.
And Adam, as always, do you have some parting words for our amazing listeners, our spooky, ooky? Do you have some parting words for our beautiful listeners that have sat with us for 90 minutes?
As always, thank you guys for listening. It means the world to me that anyone would turn this on, whether you're chopping carrots, whether you're driving to work. This is a special time, and I thank you for being a part of it. And get ready for Talk to Me.
The #1 podcast for people who chop carrots.
The Chop and Carrot podcast of the year. That's our show. Good night, everybody.
This Halloween, give the safe treat. Thank you. That helps treat the disabled. Thank you. Give Easter Seal safe Halloween coupons. Thank you. Good for special treats at local stores and restaurants. Thank you. Give Easter Seal safe Halloween coupons. Thank you. And get a treat that gives treatment. Thank you.
Safe Halloween bundles are now available at fine stores. Support a safe Halloween for children everywhere.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.